Should I accept a settlement of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or $5,000 for my injury case shortly after an accident without knowing the full extent of my injury? That's the question I get a lot from my client. A lot of times what happens is I get those questions after they have signed a settlement agreement with the insurance company shortly after an accident, and then they figure out, oh my gosh, my injuries aren't going away, they're getting worse, and what can I do? So the short answer is this: once you sign a settlement agreement with your insurance company or the other at-fault party's insurance company, you've settled your case and there is nothing more that can be done. I'm Mike Hancock with Hancock Injury Attorneys. We're here in Tampa, Florida, but we represent people in car accident cases and wrongful death claims and personal injury claims all throughout Florida. Today I want to talk to you about a situation that catches a lot of people off guard after an accident. What happens if your injuries get worse after you settle your case? If you settle your case signing a specific release of claim, that release of claims is going to say that even though you accepted $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, you're forever settling your claim even if the injuries get worse. Let's walk through what a settlement really means, why injuries can worsen over time, and what options, if any, may be available if your condition. After an accident, it's completely normal to want to get the situation resolved as quickly as possible. You may be missing work, facing medical bills, dealing with constant phone calls from insurance adjusters. Car might be in the shop, might be in a tow yard, medical bills are coming in. Thinking of a settlement might feel like a relief. It might feel like the fastest way to move forward. But here's the key thing that many people don't realize. Injury settlements are final. When you settle a personal injury claim, you're signing a release of claim, and that release typically says that in exchange for being paid some amount of money, you're giving up the right to pursue any further compensation related to that accident, even if your injuries turn out to be more serious than everyone originally believed. That means if your pain increases, new symptoms appear, or you require additional medical treatment after the settlement, the insurance company is off the hook. This can be especially frustrating because many injuries don't show their full impact right away. In the days and weeks following an accident, adrenaline wears off, inflammation increases, and underlying damage becomes more apparent. Soft tissue injuries, herniated disc, nerve damage, traumatic brain injuries are all examples of conditions that can worsen over time. What feels like soreness at first can turn into chronic pain. What seems manageable can turn into something that interferes with your ability to work or live your normal life. Unfortunately, insurance companies know that. That's one of the reasons they often push for early settlement. So many times in the past few years, we've gotten calls from people who have been involved in car accidents where they've received calls from insurance adjusters within a week or two after the accident where the insurance adjuster is throwing money at them, and it might seem reasonable at the time. They usually throw anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 at you to try to get you to settle your case. They are tempted because of financial constraints to settle for a little bit of money, and what happens is that afterward, more often than not, the pain doesn't go away, the pain becomes chronic, and they realize that they have just made one of the biggest mistakes of their life by settling for a few $1,000s on a claim that might be worth more than $100,000. Before settling, it's critical to make sure that your medical condition is well understood. That doesn't always mean you have to be completely healed, doesn't mean that you have to have improved as much as you're going to improve, but it does mean that the doctors have to have a clear diagnosis, have to have a treatment plan, and most importantly, have to have a prognosis for what your problems might be in the future. Is this going to be a case where you are expected to get better within 4 to 6 months? Or is this going to be a case where you are expected to have chronic pain for the rest of your life? Another issue we see often is people settling before they've even seen a specialist. Initial visits to urgent care or the emergency room are important, but they may not reveal deeper problems. They don't order imaging studies like MRIs in the emergency room or urgent care. Imaging studies like MRIs, referrals to orthopedic doctors or neurologists, and follow-up evaluations often provide a clearer picture, but those take time. Insurance companies may argue that waiting delays the claim, but waiting can actually protect you from settling for far less than your case is worth. It's also important to understand that once you accept a settlement check and deposit it, that settlement is considered complete. Even if paperwork hasn't been fully reviewed, cashing the check can finalize the agreement. That's another reason that why you should never accept or deposit settlement funds without fully understanding the consequences and without first consulting with a lawyer. If you haven't settled yet and you're being pressured to do so, take that as a warning sign. Pressure tactics often signal that the insurance company wants to close the case before something more serious is discovered. You have the right to take time to understand your injuries, you have the right to complete your medical treatment, and you have the right to get advice from an attorney before making any decision that could affect you for years to come. An attorney can help evaluate your case, review your medical records, and help ensure that any settlement takes future risk and future expenses into account. At Hancock Injury Attorneys, we regularly see people who settled way too early and are now dealing with ongoing pain, additional treatment, and financial stress, all without the ability to go back and ask for more. Our goal is to help clients avoid that outcome by making informed decisions from the start. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident and you're unsure whether you should settle, or you're worried about what happens if your injuries get worse, don't rush. Get answers first. Call us. We're here to answer any questions you may have. Thanks for watching this video. If this video was helpful, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might need this information. And if you have any questions about a settlement offer or a personal injury case, contact us at Hancock Injury Attorneys for a free consultation. We're here to help you protect your future, not just resolve your claim today.